Star Wars fans, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show is over. We got the rematch of the century, we got Force Ghost Qui-Gon Jinn, we got Palpatine as a hologram, we got half of Vader's mask come off and it switched between Hayden Christensen's voice and James Earl Jones's voice. We got a ton of fun stuff in that finale, but the Obi-Wan Kenobi show as a whole, was it good? Was it bad? Was it even needed? We're going to talk about all this right now. What's up guys, Mike, a guy who loves Star Wars here. Today we're talking about the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it needed? There's a lot to get into, so let's do it. So although the finale was mostly liked, like the majority of people did like that finale rather than hate it, it did still seem like there was just some points in the finale that just weren't all that. All the Reva stuff on Tatooine, even the rematch of the century itself, all of it had no meaning. Sure, the rematch of the century was epic, it was so cool, all the stuff was awesome, but you know neither of them are going to die. You know that they're both going to walk away from it alive, and although the performances were incredible and the fight was awesome, was it really needed? The Reva stuff on Tatooine was not needed at all. And of course we know that Luke can't even see her red lightsaber. The whole time he's either running away and doesn't see it, or he's knocked out and definitely doesn't see it. Because it would ruin canon, it would destroy the canon of Star Wars. So a lot of the finale, although awesome, just was not needed. So we have to look at the Obi-Wan Kenobi show as a whole and ask ourselves, was any of this needed? I honestly think myself that this was not needed, but a good thing for us to get. As Star Wars fans, you want more of the main characters. You want more of Anakin, Darth Vader, or Obi-Wan, or Leia, or Luke, or all these main characters of Star Wars. More of that, sure, why not? It's not needed per se, but it's not a bad thing. But then we have to look at the show as a whole. Was it good or was it bad? Now, was it good? That's not an easy yes or no question with this show. A lot of it, sure, was good. The rematch of the century was awesome. Qui-Gon Jinn showing up as a Force Ghost, awesome. Palpatine in a hologram, awesome. All the stuff in Episode 5 with the flashbacks, awesome. Vader pulling down the transport and ripping it to pieces, awesome. The Reva versus Vader fight in Episode 5, awesome. Obi-Wan breaking into the Inquisitory base and finding out that it is literally just a giant tombstone, awesome. Vader burning Obi-Wan alive like he did to him in Revenge of the Sith, awesome. Young Leia's performance, Ewan's performance, Hayden's performance, awesome, awesome, awesome. Even Moses Ingram's performance was awesome, although we'll get to her character in a second and why it was so not needed and a terrible character. Her performance as the character was awesome. So yes, the show was good, but it was also pretty bad. Before I get to the bad stuff, I would say that I really liked this show. I would give it a solid 7.58 to 8.5 out of 10 as a whole season. It was very action-packed. It had a lot of great storytelling. Ewan's performance was incredible, and it's the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, so it's all about Obi-Wan, which was incredible. Obviously, young Leia, perfect. It was just all around a good show, but there was a ton of bad stuff to it. To start, the writing. Who is Joby Harold? We're talking about the most important legacy characters in Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. So they brought in Joby Harold. Now, who is Joby Harold? That's a great question because I don't even know. Because we're talking about a guy who has almost zero track record. So you're going to be like, let me bring in this guy who has no track record at all, barely knows Star Wars, to write the most important show that we have. Not to mention the fact that we have Jon and Dave. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, great writers, the people who brought us The Mandalorian, which is by far the biggest success that Disney has had with Star Wars. And Dave Filoni is literally like George Lucas's apprentice. No, we're not going to use them. We're going to bring in some random guy who has zero experience with Star Wars and zero experience in general, and he's going to write our most important show ever and do a very bad job with it. Just a list of a few of the gigantic plot points that people have brought up many, many times over again. How does Reva get to Tatooine? She just got stabbed in the stomach. Sure, why would they leave her ship on Jabim? Why would they do that? The Empire, like that ship probably costs millions of dollars. They wouldn't leave her ship there. How does she get off the planet? Even Obi-Wan in the finale. How does he get off that planet? There's a Star Destroyer waiting for him. Sure, he could fly around to the other side of the planet, but that would take him a while. He would never get back in time to save Luke. Even go back further. Obi-Wan leaving the Inquisitor's base with a giant trench coat on, and Leia's underneath it. We're talking about easy, simple stuff that could be explained so quickly. Even in episode 5, Vader destroys the transport, literally tears it to pieces, and then the other one, literally right next to it, flies away. Why couldn't he grab it? Why couldn't he grab the next one? There's just so many plot holes in this show. It's mind-blowing. It's more plot holes than the whole Skywalker saga 9 films has. Like, this is just poor writing. The Reva character. Now, like I just said, Moses Ingram's performance was incredible. She was really good. And in that finale, she was unbelievable. But her character is not needed at all. Her character is so pointless. Should have died, by the way, because she knows that Luke and Leia are the children of Anakin Skywalker, and she's still alive. Which, again, big no-no. Canon-breaking no-no. But her character is so not needed. She takes so much time away from the two people we showed up for in Obi-Wan and Hayden, and she was barely in the advertising. She went on the press tour with Hayden and Ewan, but nobody knew who she was. We were like, who is this character? What even is her character's name? We were calling her Reva for months, and we find out her name is Reva because they didn't tell us anything about this character, and she's literally the second most main character in this show. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowingly dumb. Why would they do that? So yes, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show I did give an 8, 8.5, 7.5, whatever, out of 10, but it has so much bad things to it. So if somebody could cut, like on YouTube maybe, just all the Reva stuff out, or all the bad stuff, stupid plot points out, and just had a lot more Obi-Wan and Vader, it would probably only be like an hour or two. It'd be like a movie. It would be an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, and I think it would be a whole lot better. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Did you think the Obi-Wan Kenobi show was good? What would you give it out of 10? The whole season as a whole, what would you give it out of 10? Tell me in the comments below. Smash like if you like this video, hit subscribe, and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video, and my pretty face will show up in that recommended feed of yours. The Obi-Wan Kenobi show is over, but clearly Star Wars is nowhere close to being over. The Andor show comes out in August, and then of course next year we got The Mandalorian, and we got Ahsoka, and we got The Acolyte, and we got the Tales of the Jedi. We got all this stuff, so Star Wars isn't going anywhere, so you don't either. Hit subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified when I post videos. We'll be having so many videos about the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, about the Reva character, about how the Obi-Wan Kenobi show affects canon, all that fun stuff. So don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell. If you want to talk nerdy stuff with some nerdy Star Wars people, there is a link in the description below to a Discord called The People Who Love Star Wars. If you want to just talk Star Wars all day long, that's where you want to go. And may the Force be with you. Always.